Honestly, I want to say men.
It's like this keep telling me and acting like he don't want nothing to do with me, but what does that have to do with me?
Of me even saying yes for a first actual date. So that takes a toll.
Okay. So a 5-star restaurant in Miami, how much is that gonna range?
Depends how many drinks you'll be ordering.
Average.
Anywhere from 300 to 800 maybe.
What's a red flag in dating that you used to ignore that you would now, if you saw it, you would like run in the direction? I think hygiene is like huge. Brush your teeth.
Before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to the Wombat 2012. He said, anyone who thinks women uplift one another and support their sisters obviously haven't worked in an office with a majority workforce of women. Holy shit, the backstabbing, the snide comments, the undermining of other women, etc., etc. It's an eye-opener. This comment hits the nail on the head. I've always found it interesting how there's this narrative that women uplift each other, yet in certain settings, it becomes evident that some women are the first to bring down their so-called sisters. The pettiness, snide remarks, and passive-aggressive behavior undermine the very essence of camaraderie. In fact, it's often been said that many individuals, women included, would prefer not to have a female boss. Let's not forget it's often women who slut-shame other women way more than guys do. If women are supposed to be each other's biggest cheerleaders, why do we see such conflicting behaviors? Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, guys, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
How old are you?
28.
Let's say I wanted to take you out. How much do you expect me to spend on a first date?
Depends where we're going.
What's your expectation, though?
I don't really have any.
Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
So I could hit you up and say, hey, let's go to Burger King and get slushy?
No. I mean, at least like, nice 5-star type of restaurant, and then depending on how it goes, depending how I like you, and that all kind of goes with me even saying yes for a first actual date. So that takes a toll.
Okay. So a 5-star restaurant in Miami, how much is that gonna range?
Depends how many drinks you'll be ordering.
Average.
Anywhere from 300 to 800 maybe. Jumpstart, yeah.
So realistically, you expect a man to spend $800 on a first date?
Yeah.
Alright fellas, let's dissect what we just watched, shall we? First off, I find it funny how she tried to sound classy with the initial uncertainty she displayed about not having any expectations, but was swiftly thrown out of the window as soon as he implied he won't spend much on the first date. How dare he not throw his life savings away on a 28-year-old who probably has had what's now? And detachment. Faith. Sure, not all women have unreasonable expectations, but it only takes one bad experience to make one overly cautious. For many men, it feels like a gamble where the stakes are just too high. So, while your perspective is truly commendable, the reality on the ground is that genuine connections are becoming rarer by the day. 5-star restaurant for a 1-star chick. 5-star restaurant for the first date? She should appreciate getting a value meal at McDonald's. So delusional.
Emotional damage.
28 and ran through with absolutely nothing to show for it. Cat food at the ready. She belongs to the streets. Avoid women like this, gentlemen. She went from no expectations to 5-star restaurant real quick. Yep, that's modern women for ya. If you stay quiet and listen, they usually tell on themselves. That's why she's 28 and still single. Depending on how she likes you, you get the honor of spending even more money on her after a 5-star dinner. She doesn't even know how much dinner costs because she never paid for it in her life. If I gotta pay for an $800 first date, I need the whole facts, and I need to see you without all that clown makeup on. And I need to see how you're living, and then I'm gonna laugh, because who's paying that much for the get-to-know-you phase?
What's a red flag in dating that you used to ignore that you would now, if you saw it, you would run to put up with it?
So Quinn made a tweet. He says 10 out of 10 would refund again. Hashtag Starfield. Parentheses, this game is an unfinished, buggy mess. So you see there's the order confirmation right there. Ordered from Steam, MZ $184 in real money. That is $100 because obviously he had to get the refund. New Zealand dollars, a little bit different. Anyway, so he did get his money back, and Starfield is no longer in his library. He has moved past that. And he made a tweet and he said this. He said Diablo 4 is better than Starfield, and Diablo 4 is bad. Wow. So let's see. I saw people linking me some clips of Quinn. Oh, he beat the game? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's horrible that happened to him.
Like, D4 is better than Starfield. And D4 is bad. Yo, there we go! That is what I call success! That is what I call success! Alright, to be fair, it was falsely advertised. It's not, the game isn't even fucking finished. It is a buggy mess, and yeah, let me tell you.
Jesus, bro. So he actually got his shit refunded.
Content creators, and they are turning them into shills. They are getting content creators, and they are turning them into shills. You know, by doing this fucking early access, good boy behavior gets the good boy biscuits.
Who was it? I said this shit was going to happen. Like, I did. I said this shit was going to happen because it's common sense.
Routine. And I don't know, we need to call out the companies for doing it. And we did it. It's just so toxic, and it's also so anti you guys, the consumers, like anyone who's buying the games. Because guess what? They're basically just rigging. It's like rigging the reviews. It's rigging the public perception.
I'm so glad to hear Quinn say this. I'm actually so happy to hear him say this because he is the only person that I've ever heard speak up about this. And I'm going to replay it just so you guys completely understand the context. I'm going to go to the full VOD.
Game companies.
What he's saying.
Bailey talked to me. The community manager that actually does talk to me. He also, I mean, I want to be told. He will still reply, but not publicly. I am blacked. Like, no, I am absolutely blacked. I'm not trying to get back in that club. That's the whole thing. I fucking hate that. I like to just play a game, and then I just say what I think about a game. And I feel like this is a toxic thing that is happening in the gaming industry right now, where these large AAA game companies, they are getting content creators, and they are turning them into shills with their, you know, by doing this fucking early access, good boy behavior gets the good boy biscuits routine. And I don't know, we need to call out the companies for doing it, and we need it's just so toxic, and it's also so anti you guys, the consumers, like anyone who's buying the games. Because guess what? They're basically just rigging. It's like rigging the reviews. It's rigging the public perception because people trust content creators, they trust streamers, and if a streamer's saying it's good, they're gonna be like, I mean, if I say a game's good, you're gonna, generally speaking, a lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh shit, I might play there. Or if someone else says a game's good that you watch and you enjoy, guess what? You're gonna consider playing there. I don't think so. You will. Yeah, that's how it works. That's literally how it works. There's a reason why they call streamers influencers, okay? Because they use influence. That's the reality. That's the reality. And if they're turning, and if they're able to do that, I don't know, man.
I called this shit out 2 fucking years ago. And I said that this was problematic and it was bad for consumers. And now, finally, 2 fucking years later, somebody else finally sees the big picture. They finally see the big picture of why it's a bad idea and why it's consumer unfriendly, that some people get access to things early whenever they have a positive relationship with the company. And the way that it is bad is because those people are the ones that put the first impression in the minds of the viewers, and they define the conversation about the product. And these individuals are used as marketing tools, and there is a positive profit incentive for them to provide favorable coverage to these video games and to other things as well. Again, this is an overall issue. I apologize for the flashbang, but this is the fucking reality. It is called access journalism, and it is older than video games itself. And I said this shit was gonna happen, and people said, oh, companies should be able to let people do whatever they want. They should be able to do whatever they want. Well, of course they should be able to do whatever